各位朋友，今天在美国白宫传来的消息呀，我个人认为，川普的中期选举完蛋了啊！不是民进党，老想起台湾来，民主党这回稳了。为什么呢？因为川普好像是得了老年痴呆，他说疯话了，开始开始说到这个跟伊朗的这个战争，他说呢，他在伊朗每天偷几十万桶的石油。
You know, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. Do you know we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil? Nobody knows it. You know who doesn't know about it? Iran, until right now. We took out the other night 22 ships. Late at night with no lights, because they don't have any radar, because we blasted the crap out of it. We took out, that's why oil's $85 a barrel. Again, we're taking out millions, which I'm just announcing today for the first time. But we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil. Millions of barrels. Every night, we took out oil. Now I'm going to tell you because they just figured it out. So now that they figured it out, I can tell you. It was very hard for me. I wanted to say it so badly, but I didn't want to ruin it, but it was very hard. But millions of barrels of oil has come out, and that's why it's at $85, $90 a barrel instead of $250.
一个美国总统说偷石油，当然了，他说的那个意思说是霍尔木兹海峡靠近阿曼的那一侧，有的时候呢还是能够偷偷的把这个油轮呢开过去的，而不是说偷伊朗的石油啊。你看他说话颠三倒四，着三不着两，是吧？你看他说的这句疯话是彻底的葬送了这个川普的中期选举。
Sir, Mr. President, about the latest inflation number which came out this morning. Could that be a
No, I love it. The numbers were great. You know what I really love? I love the inflation. You know why? Because as soon as this war is over, you know, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. Do you know we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil?
不是，这跟你那个通胀，美国人民最害怕的就是这个通胀，因为大家都知道美国这些本地的人呢，他没有存款的习惯，就是习惯是挣一个花俩美国因为它是个贷款社会嘛，美国的普通人抗风险能力极差就是有一个统计嘛，大家都说这个美国人中产阶级连这个几百美元的现金基本上都拿不出来这个虽然有点夸张，但是确实是美国人基本上没有什么存款。通胀一来美国人民的生活水平是直线的下降，影响到他自己的生活感受他投票的时候还能投给你吗？那川普说什么？川普说我才不在乎那个通胀涨到 4.8 还是5呢，我就是喜欢通胀。问题是他这句话他就是老年痴呆了，你知道吗？就真正的一个正常人，一个清醒的人，他绝不敢说出这句话来。在美国的这个选举制度下，所以这个民主党人一听稳了，这个民主党人说这个川普他确实是老年痴呆了，他已经有病症了。
Thank you, Chairman Aguilar. The President of the United States is not well. We can see it with our own eyes. He has tremendous difficulty staying awake on the job. Donald Trump has repeatedly fallen asleep at multiple cabinet meetings, at multiple White House events, at a Memorial Day ceremony, and most recently at a very loud and raucous New York Knicks San Antonio Spurs game last night. The White House needs to come clean to the American people. They need to explain why Donald Trump keeps going to the hospital and why they keep giving him cognitive tests. The American people deserve the truth.
这还是一个华裔的民主党的议员。说实在的，在美国的华人呢，我们的智商碾压这个美国的那些 本土的那些所谓的别管是白人、黑人还是老墨吧，碾压他们。这个华人现在都看得很明白美国的前景。
美国是走下坡了，不能当老大了。
其实我们现在出来觉得当美国人都是不太有面子，
有一点点丢脸。
你们是来自哪里啊？
是纽约，美国的。
是到中国这边来有几次？
我第5次来中国，我去过重庆、成都、上海、北京、苏州、杭州。
这些城市里面印象比较深的是哪里啊？
重庆吧。
对海南这边的第一印象感觉？
水果好多，好令人羡慕啊！
那像你们在美国也居住很多年了吧？啊
，40几年了。
就是美国的一般的民众，他们印象中的中国或者中国人是什么样子的？
像我自己本身早期的时候，大概在20-30年，总是我父母来的时候，我们都不敢来，就听他们说好像中国很多好，可是我们在2年前来过一次以后，觉得中国实在是太厉害了，太先进了，就差不多每半年还要再来一次这样子。下次还打算去坐火车去新疆啊，还要去云南啊。
就是像你们觉得的话，就是中国和美国的文化差异有些什么？
反正现在中国肯定是我感觉比美国先进多了。
美国没办法建国300年，300年前当然是全世界第一了。现在我们中国是前进第1名的，对不对？
美国什么地铁、机场都比差太远了。
我们喜欢来中国很多原因了，消费低啦，环境好啦，风景多啦，
风景太美了，
而且人情嘛，我也觉得蛮好的。
我们很多亲戚朋友来过一次中国以后，就一直回来。
就比较上来讲了，因为就是说美国已经开始走步了那么多年了，对不对？他们基本上那个人呢，就是说那个素质，平均来讲，我个人觉得是比中国人高一点点的。但是现在也开始走下坡了。原来你国家开始走下坡，你人民也开始走下坡，这个不可以否认的事情。美国是走下坡了，不能当老大了。你跟我中国比比吧，我们前进，你们后退耶。
其实我们现在出来觉得当美国人都是不太有面子，
有一点点丢脸，
有点丢人。
好，感谢你们。
But very simply, the radical left Democrats and I look forward to the day when I don't call them Democrats anymore. And I won't if they do their job. If they want to stop crime, if they want to lower taxes, if they want to do the education, the good things. There's so many things we can do together. I look forward to the day that I don't call them Democrats anymore. There'll be that day, I think, I hope. But they're in Congress and they voted with the cartels, the terrorists, the gang members, the drug dealers, the human traffickers, the child predators. And our great Republican majorities voted to protect law-abiding American citizens.
What do you think of the president? Democrats saying they'll hold up the...
I don't care what they say. Democrats. They're not Democrats. They're Democrats. They're dumb people, young.
You need their votes.
Then I guess something's going to happen. No, we can't let them extort us. I told the guys today, we can't let them. They've done it on numerous occasions. I said we can't. What we're signing today has been amazing, but they tried to extort us, and eventually, and they were losing tremendous support because they're extorting on law and order, and they can't win on law and order. People want law and order. They don't want crime, and that's essentially what they were doing. And ultimately, they could not take the heat.
I'm surprised to hear him say that he loves inflation.
Yeah, I found that shocking. You know, I remember during the Biden administration, that was one of the biggest issues that MAGA, all of us, would scream at the top of our lungs about, and we called it Biden inflation. And the president campaigned against Joe Biden because of the inflation that happened while the Democrats were in control back in 2022, 2023. But hear the president say today that he loves inflation is absolutely outrageous. And that's a punch in the gut to every single American that is struggling to pay their bills, struggling to pay grocery prices, and struggling to basically keep up while their credit card debt is mounting and mounting. You know, it's pretty hard to take from a billionaire president when he says he loves inflation brought on the American people because of a war that he decided to pursue. And, you know, that one's going to come back and bite him. He basically just handed the Democrats a great big campaign ad for the.
你可以不在乎民主党人的说法，但是呢，美国的这个共和党内部的 MAGA 阵营对川普的这种疯话都无言以对呀。你看看，这是跟那个川普闹翻了的美国民主党 MAGA 阵营的大将格林都说了，这简直是对这个民主党人最好的一个助选啊！川普的中期选举真的要完蛋了。无论是从哪个方面来说，你觉得在11月份之前有可能打垮伊朗吗？点个订阅，咱们下期再聊。